Lobby, four people, just chilling. If you want to see my money, there it is. That's how much Daddy has right now. 137 million, point 0.6. Anyway, so I'm just checking to see these guys where they're at. This guy's out doing his own thing. I'll probably go fuck him later. Actually, I'll use him as an example at the end of teaching you guys everything. Whatever he's doing, I'm gonna go end up fucking killing him with everything I'm teaching you guys. Sergio, I'm sorry. Love you. Don't know him. Anyway, first thing we're gonna teach you is how to whale tail. Now, I'm in hover mode right now. I was trying to teach people yesterday, and it wasn't just one person. It was like 4 or 5 people. They just could not catch the grasp of what was going on. The concept is just not. It just kept flying by them, so they couldn't see me. In this case, I'm gonna go ahead and walk through the whale tail. I'm in hover mode right now, and what you need to do is you need to tilt forward and then tilt back. But when you're tilting forward, you're hitting R1. And when you're tilting back, you're hitting, or not R1, R2. Forward R2. When you're tilting back, you're hitting L2. So, up R2, down L2. Up R2, down L2. Now I noticed that I pull the stick up and then I hit R2 or L2. I pull it up, R2, down L2. Up, R2, down L2. Now the tighter you get it, see the tail? The tighter you get it, the faster it'll go, but the wider it goes, the further you'll go. So what you gotta do, for me, what I like to do, here I just turned in jet mode, I'm turning around. What I like to do, back into hover mode, is I like to get it started, nice and fast, and then once, you can see how the camera kind of backs off a tiny bit? Watch, let's slow down, see how the camera jumps on it? Camera's on top of the fucking Hydra right now. Now just get the fast whale tail going, nice and tight. Now the camera's pulling off. Now I go with a wide one. Wide. Wide, wide. And that's really how to whale tail for me. So let's try it again. First thing though, if you just took off the ground, you know, say you just lifted off, and you try whale tailing here, you will go into the ground. Because whale tailing, it's like going downstairs. You're going downstairs really fast. This guy's gonna think I'm fucking with him. I don't want none. So, you need to gain altitude. For me, like, let me show you how it is when I land. So, throw that bitch on the runway. I'm on the ground. People take off like this, I don't know what the fuck for. If you're in a Hydra, just take off. I usually like to push forward, put my wings away, and then hit jet mode, and then take off in the air. Now I pay attention to my altitude in the bottom left. Check out the altitude. Each one of those clicks matters. I'm not absolutely sure what each one signifies, because I'm sure it's like 500 meters, half a mile, whatever, you know. But I usually wait until I'm 2 clicks up, and then I just hit the whale tail, and then go right into the whale tail. Get the camera off me. Get the camera off, there it is, and then we're gone. Now, I'm gonna show you actually how fast this shit gets me. Look how far away I am from the fucking airport already though. So, I'm gonna go from the airport to my bunker. Oh, not even the from the airport to the top of the city is what we'll do. So, when you're whale tailing, it is once you get into it and you do it too much, it is worth taking a look. Like say if I'm going from this part of the map, right here where I'm at, to where this guy is even. There's buildings in my way. Check it out. I'm going to put the waypoint on him, and look at the waypoint on my map. If I go straight, I'm going to hit that mountain right there, straight ahead, the Vinewood, the Hollywood. So you gotta, you know, if you're going that far of a distance, mind it. Pay attention to it. Get a little bit higher than it. But, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from the airport, from a hangar, to the top of the city. Actually, I'm gonna do a flyby on his ass. Let's scare him. So, let's go. For me, if I'm in a dead stop, I like to just take off in jet mode. Get some momentum. Get some momentum, build some height. Build that height and that momentum with jet mode, always. And then let's go. Whale. Kinda wide, kinda wide. There it is. Camera's backing off, we're gone. Now pay attention. I'm going to be losing elevation as we go, slightly. But pay attention to the map. Look at the map. So, let me turn the map on bigger so you guys can see. As you can see, I am exceeding the speed. Look at that guy, there he is. Little flyover. You know what I mean? He's probably like, what the fuck was that? And boom, here we are. We're at my bunker. So there we are. Now I'm going back to the airport because I want to scare the motherfucker again, to be honest. Scare him again. We're gonna go really, really high though. That's another thing I use when I'm in Hydra. When I'm in a Hydra, your height matters, and it's such an advantage against anything. An oppressor, the only thing that has the advantage over you in a Hydra is another Hydra. So now that I'm well above him, there's no way he can get me. Just cruise by. You know what I mean? Scare him. I don't know what the fuck he's doing still. He's not in a CEO. Don't know what he's doing. But anyway, now that we got enough height, because obviously you can see in front of us, there's nothing gonna get in our way. We'll go whale tailing. We're out of here. Now I'm going back to the airport to teach you guys my the way I like to come down on people. Actually, here's the city. Let's fly through the city. Now don't be scared of the buildings. They will fucking kill you, but that doesn't mean you should be scared of them. They're just like fucking cones. Just fly around them. Have fun with it if you want. Or don't. It doesn't matter. But learning how to fly through these buildings will help you. If somebody's shooting homing missiles at you while they're in downtown, they're fucking stupid. Most people know not to shoot homing missiles while they're in here because people know how to fly through these buildings. If you don't know how to fly through these buildings, you need to practice. You need to take your time. I've crashed and exploded a million times, so don't worry about it. It happens. So just fly around, get used to it. Get used to it, don't be scared. Do shit that scares you in a Hydra every day. You always hear that saying, do one thing that scares you every day. It sounds fucking like old people trying to molest kids, but in a Hydra, yeah, do one thing every day that scares you. Anyway, so since I'm impatient, we'll whale tail to the airport. Wonder what that boat is over there. What's cool about whale tailing is you'll keep your momentum, but you could turn, look around and shit. Oh, is that the fucking... It is the yacht. So, I'm in jet mode right now, as you can see, you know. Things to know about it, flying in jet mode. If there's somebody... If you're in a Hydra and you're new to killing people and you want to know how the fuck do you get a million kills in them, or how do you get so many kills every time you jump in a lobby, first thing is you need to pay attention to your targets. You need to know what kind of targets you have. I'm going to use this runway in front of me as an example, but for the most part, I'm always looking at the map when I'm in a Hydra. I pay attention to the map and I use relativity while I'm driving. And I use relativity while I'm driving a vehicle in real life and when I'm driving a plane or a vehicle in this game. And by relativity I mean, in real life when I'm driving a car, all I'm paying attention to is the grass on either side of the road. The grass on either side of the road, and I should be closer to the right side. And then I could be on my phone, I could be changing the music, I can do everything. It's kind of ridiculous, but that's mostly the way I drive. I look at the road most of the time, but I mean, if I'm doing stuff, that's what my brain does automatically. In autopilot, it does that. So, when I'm flying in the game, I can also do that. I can pay attention out of the corner of my eye what's going on, but at the same time, I'm looking at the map, because the map is the most important part. Now, if you're just going to swoop by somebody, that's probably the smartest thing to do, because what you want to do is just roll up on them. If I'm shooting at the yellow and green right there, I'm going to start shooting here, and then you're going to start sweeping it. You sweep it with L1, R1. Now, as you saw, I was shooting straight on. We're going to shoot again. This green and yellow red mark right there. That whole big square is my target. So I swoop down, keep swooping, and then strike across, strike across, strike across. Now, the more dead on you are with your target when you're flying on it, the easier it will be to hit, but the easier the target will be to hit you. So what do you do when you're aiming at your target, you're coming right at it, and they're locking on, they shoot one at you. Coming, you dive. You dive, get up, and then you shoot again. You dive again. You got to be confident in the way you're playing. Now, the whole time I've been flying the jet here, I haven't hit my jets. As you can see, there it is, me hitting it. I don't like hitting that. I like to be slower when I'm coming on people. But you've got to be confident in the fact that you're not going to get blown up. If you get blown up, you fucking die. Who cares? So now that I know where my target is, I'll fly like this, and then swoop down hard. Here I come, motherfucker. Boom, 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 boom. Done. Another thing that's really cool about the machine guns in this thing is that they're unlimited, obviously, and they have a really, really long range. So let's test the range on these guys. I believe I was going to teach you guys how to do my landing, but I just got fucking sidetracked. We'll get to that in a second. Anyway. So, we should use regular city blocks, honestly, so we can make it relatable. So it reaches there, pretty far away. It's about a block. Okay, it's losing reach. Okay, that's exactly where. That's the length of its reach. Okay. So, for this next exercise, I'm going to teach you guys the landing, and then I'm going to teach you what to do. The first exercise was me teaching you guys what to do in the first exercise of shooting and swooping by was how to kill people when you're just driving by in jet mode. The safest and smartest way to do it is just like that, you know? Here's our target again. You know, and then pull up. I should have gotten him in that point. Now, let's do this again. So, this airport, or this hangar right here, that number 1 is going to be my target. That's going to be what I want to kill. That's going to be the helicopter taking off or something. I don't know. That's going to be what I'm aiming at. So first I'm going to teach you guys my favorite form of arriving on the scene and attacking. Now depending on what they're doing, there's 2 different ways to attack. One is just to swoop by them nice and slowly and drop down and strike the way I just showed you guys with the red and green yellow targets. And then another way is to actually show up on them and get comfortable. If a jet shows up on you and says, "What's up, bitch?" and just gets in your face, you're going to shoot as many missiles as you can and fucking run. So here we go. This is how we do it. You go straight into the ground, you hit hover mode, and right as you hit hover mode, give it the gas. Give it the gas, and then it'll save you. Now there's our target, but I'm gonna tighten up and teach more about this this dive. Now, the more momentum you have, obviously, the more gas you need to hit when you're coming straight into the ground like that, or you will explode, obviously. So, what I like to do when I'm coming in like that, when I swoop in hot, I just let go of the gas. Like right now, I let go of the gas. You can kind of kill your gas a little more, a little more, a little more, and then go straight down and then hit it. Oh, I just hit the gas right there to keep me up. But that's what it does naturally, without you needing any gas. It's going to flip on its belly, and it's going to save its own ass. Now, it just depends on you to catch the right timing. Or if you want to be hard as fuck, you can come in at high speed. And then when you land, you hit the jets so that you don't smash into the ground, you know? You hit the hover jets, not the back jets. The rear jets. So we're going to do that again, but I'm going to do a little more high speed, like as if I'm the guy shooting at me and I need to get in there and fucking kill him. So I'm coming in hot, real fast, real fast. And then we hit that. Turn. Drop it. I actually am hitting the DB press, and then boom, 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 boom. His buddy's here. Let's get the hell out of here. Boom. Switch back to jet. Twist. Always twist when you're leaving. Always twist, and then get the fuck out of there. When you twist, you gain yourself momentum. Coming out of a twist, a turn, a hard turn like this, will always give you momentum. So whenever you're... My scenario that I just created in my brain there was a little bit too fast-paced for it, because I said, alright, I got my target, and then out of nowhere his buddy showed up. His buddy showed up with a homing missile, and I had to get the fuck out of there, or I would've gotten shot. And then, okay, the buddy's back. The buddy's down there. He's number 1. Actually, there's two fucking targets. Let's get them both. Let's try to get them both. I've never done this in real life, but let's try it. There's the target right there, and then... boom. That should have done it. To be honest, I think that would have done it. That was really cool. So that's, you know, I just combined 2 things that I've never done in my life. I've known how to do each of those things together for a long time now. Maybe about a month, 2 months. But combining them like that was very risky. But at the same time, if you get that double kill, the people would be like, what the fuck was that? And they would never fuck with you again. Let's try that again. So the green and yellow is my first target. The number 1 is my second. Boom, dude. Swiping it. That's what I'm talking about. It's fucking sick. It's fucking sick. Anyway. So yeah, my favorite way to come down on a motherfucker when they're not even paying attention, straight down. In jet mode, hit that hover. Turn. You're in business. What's up, bitch? Camera 1, camera 2. You know what I'm saying? This little guy wants some? You don't want none. Boom. Being in a Hydra can change the way you play this game. It's completely changed the way I've played the game. I've enjoyed this game for so long, and I've loved it. And now, I'm one of those assholes. I am a griefer. I've always heard a griefer. I've never understood it. The way I phonetically read everything, I read griefer every time, but now I understand what it means to cause grief, and to be someone who brings grief. A griefer. This is it, dude. Don't ever use your missiles. Okay, circumstances where you use your homing missiles is when somebody's getting in a vehicle and you don't have time. You're just like, alright, this motherfucker's being stupid, I'm gonna slow down, lock on, shoot a missile, and then guess what? We're out of here. We're whale-tailing. So, okay, tips on how to fight an oppressor. Oppressors are supposedly the Hydra killer. Their build is the Hydra killer. That's what they're made for. That's why people spend all those millions of dollars on them. I love my oppressor. Don't get that wrong. But the oppressor doesn't have anything on a Hydra. The oppressor is a fucking balloon floating in the wind. And if you can pick off a balloon floating in the wind, then you're good. So let's do that now. So say my oppressor that I'm trying to kill are these lights right here. The ones that I'm aiming at. On this post, this specific one. So let's try it. I've taken out many oppressors in a Hydra, specifically the way I'm going to tell you, but that doesn't mean I'm about to kill the fuck out of this lamppost. You know what I mean? You don't always hit. You just got to try. The more you try, the better you do. It's as simple as that. I know this is getting to be a long video, but this is all the stuff that constantly is going through my brain while I'm in my Hydra. I take a look at the map constantly. The only reason I'm not in start half the time I'm in my Hydra is because I'm looking at the map. See, we got other people that want to fuck around. Now that I've taught you guys a couple of things, we're going to be able to go and use this. Poor guys, level 268, level 127. That sucks. Alright, that light right there is my Hydra. The one I'm pointing right there. That's the one I'm trying to get. So what you got to do is you got to swoop in from the side, and then fucking same thing. But your target's going to be a little bit more of a mover guy, you know? I don't know why the fuck it just took so long to do that, but here we go. I'm too far away. So now, at this point, he probably has landed and is getting his rocket boost back up. So you go into the ground. When he goes up, you go down. Go down, go down, go down, and then skim away. If you're in the buildings over there, it's not very rough, but it is sometimes. Watch yourself. Don't fucking explode on any poles or posts. I've learned that if you don't know if that pole is going to break or not for you, just don't even bother trying it or relying on it going to break. And by poles, I mean the lampposts and shit in the streets in the actual city over there. So let's try this again. I needed to have got closer. I don't know what that one was about. So we're coming in, kind of at the side. Hit hover mode. Give it a little bit of gas. Turn. And boom. There it is. Got him. That's it. Simple as that. Now let's go try this. Now it's gonna be fucking hilarious if I go up and these guys just fucking wreck me. But let's see how it goes. That happens, man. You know, that happens. Somebody might have an explosive fucking sniper. Or actually, look at this fucker. And Mayrig says turned himself into a CEO and or okay, yeah, they've registered as a CEO, and they're gonna want some. So or they're gonna do something. They're gonna sell product. They're gonna get supplies. They're gonna do something, and that's what a fucking Hydra is for. So I'm gonna go up, up, up. I'm gonna take a dab. I'm gonna stop this broadcast, and I'm gonna start a new one. And I'm gonna call this one's gonna be called the tips on how to tell a whale tale, and the second one is gonna be actual whale tales in progress. So, okay, they want to be found. Let's do this. I'm gonna stop the broadcast. I'm gonna start take a dab, and I'm gonna start the new one. What's up?